Hello and welcome to another day at Reddit channel. We would love your support. Want to keep the videos coming? Please like, comment, and subscribe. This story today is about the worst date ever. Let's begin. He spent the date trying to convince me that every other woman we saw was checking him out. He spent most of the date mentioning how every single woman wanted him. This pretty much sums it up. This guy and I had liked each other on and off for a while. We both came from the same hometown but had gone to different high schools. A few times a year, it would seem that we would bump into each other as we rotated in some of the same friends groups, especially in the latter part of school and after graduation, when we started going to get-togethers and parties. We'd bump into each other after months and months of not seeing the other, reconnect and have a great time together, and then go out our separate ways, with the promise to stay in contact and catch up sometimes. But of course that would never happen. Life would get in the way and the cycle repeated. This went on for a while. A year or so later, I bumped into him at college. He had worked for 2 years after finishing high school, and I was now studying. We exchanged numbers, had a quick catch up between classes, and he asked if it was okay if he asked me out sometime. Great, I thought. We got along well as friends, and we had both liked each other in the past, so I was looking forward to getting to know him on a deeper level. He texted me about a week later and asked if I'd like to have lunch with him the next day. I agreed, and we made plans for the next afternoon. The date started out well. We knew each other beforehand, so there wasn't as much awkwardness or nervousness. We had a bit in common, and the conversation was easy. The waitress comes over and asks if we'd like some more drinks, and after she leaves, he asked if I noticed anything about her. I was confused. I said, no. You didn't notice her checking me out? He asked me. She may have done this, but in all honesty, I wasn't paying that much attention to her. I was pretty certain she hadn't, but I didn't think too much of it. That was until we went for a walk through the town afterwards. The restaurant was near to the beach, so we went for a walk through town and along the boardwalk. Nearly every woman we passed, he would make comments about her looking at him. Even if the woman wasn't facing us, and even if she didn't look at us, she apparently was checking him out. For the next hour while we walked, I was subjected to comments like, "Did you seriously see that? She was looking straight at me." We went into a small shop to get a milkshake, and he whispered to me after the lady had made the order that she was eye-freaking him. To this day, I don't know why he kept doing this. I didn't know if he did this all the time, whenever he was out, or if he was trying to elicit a jealous reaction from me in the hopes that I would get all territorial over him, therefore boosting his ego. I don't know, but I felt super awkward, and he seemed oblivious to me, his only focus being other women we were walking past, and him trying to convince me that he lived in a world where every single woman was attracted to him. He asked me out again the next weekend, but I declined, and I told him that I didn't think it would work out romantically. He interpreted this as me admitting to being jealous of other women. I told him no, that was not the case, and I explained that I actually felt uncomfortable with his constant pointing out of other women and how they all wanted to bed him. He then took this to mean that I was trying to be possessive over him, and again I disagreed. We had a bit of pointless back and forth, with him insisting that I was jealous. I got fed up after that, wished him well, and deleted his number. The change in this guy from when we had partied together and been friends to when we went out was just incredible. As a friend, I had never had any inkling or suspicion that he thought himself to be a gift to womankind. If anything, it was the opposite. He was just so kind and down to earth. There is kind of a silver lining to the story, as another girl from our college he had been out with messaged me over social media after he had spent their date pulling the same stunt, but mentioning me by name. We got to talking, and me and the girl are still friends to this very day. That's the end of the story. That was a wild one. If you really like these stories and want to see them keep coming, please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for joining us. Till next time.